Hello and welcome to our look at Rollance versus Going Balls levels 1 through 20 plus. You can see here we have Rollance on the left, Rollance and Going Balls on the right. So you may be able to tell very similar games about rolling a ball down a lane and getting past objects. There are a few subtle differences between the games, but also many similarities. Those who like this style of game will probably like both. Both have a lot of levels, though Going Balls has over 1,000 I hear or read, and Rollance is probably closer to over 300, but I haven't seen people get too far in Rollance compared to Going Balls. So the challenge is very similar. It's about controlling your ball and getting past these odd obstacles. Now, Going Balls seems to have a little bit more variety as far as what's available beyond the stages. So both of them have bonus stages, as you can see, and for the most part, I want to say Going Balls is a faster game in that what you're rolling down is almost like a bowling alley most of the time, as opposed to these little wood planks. So it feels faster. I don't have a stopwatch, and I don't know how long each thing is, but it just feels faster. The levels don't seem to last as long, though they seem to be, as you're playing the game, they seem to be fairly lengthy. But as I can see in this, the first handful of levels in Rollance go by fairly quickly. The Going Balls levels are definitely longer, but at least, as far as visually speaking, they look longer. But as the levels go by, it does seem it does take longer to get through the Rollance levels in general than it does the Going Ball levels. So I don't think it's necessarily a matter of difficulty, but just more of a matter of, maybe you're just going a little bit slower. The challenges may require, acceleration is definitely something that I struggle with when I played Rollance. It was much harder to get the ball up to speed. Sometimes you're put in a spot where you need to go fast quickly, and unfortunately, I just wasn't able to do it with Rollance, and I would lose a ball that way. While in Going Balls, it seems like you can get up to speed much, much faster. It's just a little minor difference, not necessarily a put down on Rollance, but like I said, Going Balls seems to be a little bit faster game. And as you'll see in this these playthroughs, even though we got through the first few levels of Rollance very, very quickly, we passed it in Going Balls. And this Going Balls is my original playthrough. Both of these are the original playthrough of the game, and I played Going Balls. This is, a month ago, and this is the first time I ever played a game of this sort, and it didn't take nearly as long as it did to make, to go through the first 20 levels as it does in Rollance. So, that could just be a matter of, and it probably is, Rollance gets more difficult quickly, and you probably wind up dying more in Rollance to begin with, than you do in Going Balls. And I think some of that, look, they're both filled with challenges. That's, the point of playing the game is to get past these challenges, I suppose. There's, there's also the scenery. The scenery in Going Balls is much more appealing, and I think the ads seem a little less intrusive in the beginning for Rollance, because the stages are longer when they start showing the commercials after, or ads after every level. It's after the levels are long enough that it's not that much of an intrusion to be forced to watch an ad, which you can always pay to not do it. And that's one thing that's a little bit different. I think Rollance, it's maybe $1.95 to get the ad-free version, and I think it's around $3.50 to get the ad-free version of Going Balls. Like I said, I think Going Balls is a bigger game in general, with much more to do beyond just the levels, which there seems to be a lot more of in Going Balls. At least that's what I see, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I just don't see I haven't made it to the end of either game. I don't know if it's even possible to get to the end of either game, but it's when I go through the videos online, I don't see anybody out there in level 500, 600 in playing Rollance, but I do see people in the 500s at least in Going Balls. But extremely similar games, different feel to each one. I would hope that if you like these kinds of games, I would suggest playing both of them, just to see if maybe one gives you a preference. The rating for Going Balls is a little bit higher than, especially if you're just playing for free, the combined $5 isn't going to hurt you in any way. Go ahead and give them both a try. But like I said, there are extras in Going Balls that I don't see in Rollance, at least through the levels I've gotten to. Some of those extras are, the bonus levels. Like right now, you could race, or you could do Banana Frenzy. Look, those are just kind of fun side things. But certainly, you may or may not enjoy them. I thought they were just fun things to try. The race especially. I don't know if you're actually racing against other people. It's probably a mixture of bots and other people. I've played twice. I think I finished 4th and 2nd. But I wasn't really good. I didn't know what I was doing at all the first time, and I finished 4th, so I'm assuming everything else was a bot, and probably even some of the bots beat me. But the second time I raced okay, but there was somebody who just jumped way out ahead, and I never came close to approaching them and beating them. So as you look at these levels, what you're going to see is probably a lot of similarities, but definitely differences in Rollance. You're going to have to switch between balls. Now, I don't see any actual choices that you make. They just basically say, a ball kind of just shows up, and it's like, okay, you have to choose it. Some of the, I would say a lot of the design of Rollance is to get you to die if you're not really paying that much attention. If you're just kind of you know, going down, going down, whistling and not paying that much attention, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. There's just these subtle things that happen in the game. Like if you're just flying by, going fast, because you do need to go fast, and a lot of things to pass it. You may, you know, just run into something that you can't get away from. Like that one, there was a wind there. They have these blades, but this wasn't too bad at all. This is still, you know, level 14. And like I say, here's a ball switch in Rollance that you don't get in Going Balls. Like I said, you may not like it. You may not like the idea of switching balls. But it does add to the you know, the gameplay aspect. It adds a little bit of strategy required to make sure you know, you're trying different things. It's not you know, the balls act differently, but for the most part in Rollance, the balls roll true just like they do in Going Balls. There's less high fly aerobatics. What is aerobatics? Aerobics? No. Yeah, aerobatics. What do they call that when the people are flying around in the air? Acrobatics? But anyways, there's a lot less of that in you're not always planted to these wood planks, but you know, you do spend a lot of time with it. You're not spending that much time in the air, as opposed to Going Balls, where you know you can be jumping in the air all the time, and it's just a part of the game. You know, actually is how you get past a lot of levels. So much cheating sometimes, but it's a lot. You know, it's a slower paced game. As you can see, I don't know, did we already get through the first 20 levels? I think we get through the first 20 levels here, or we just completed the first 20 levels. Yeah, we did in Going Balls. We're still on level 16 of Rollance. Doesn't mean, you know, you don't want to read too much into that. But like I said, I think, you know, if you were to measure the distance that you go in each game, I think you'll find that you're going a lot further in Going Balls, with, you know, if that matters at all. Both games give you balls to select from, and you know, that may matter. You know, what the ball, you like the way the balls look. I do prefer the look of the ball in Going Balls as opposed to this, but you know, I could see people liking this better. It's not the, you know, it's just a different design. So we, you know, like I said, we have these different little side games. Like right here, you got Portal Run and Banana Frenzy that was available before, and you know, most of these games, they're just little side games. You get gold for doing them if that's important to you. If, getting gold and, you know, getting the things that you need are important. You know, if you need balls, different kinds of balls, but I don't think they're required for, you know, unlocking or any other parts of the games. And there are side portals that you can run into. You know, there's like these little things here. You know, the Nuisances in Rollance are much greater than the Nuisances in Going Balls, at least. At least I found, like in Rollance, you run into something that you're not supposed to, and okay, you're dead. Your ball is gone. But in Going Balls, you know, may not be the case. You can run into something, it may stop you, it may knock you a little bit to the left or right, lock you off your course, but with good ball control, you can recover. up to level 17 in Rollance right now. So I did add some extra levels just so the time, if you were enjoying watching the Going Balls and comparing it to what Rollance has available. This was actually a nice little thing in Rollance. It was one of the I think highlights right there. This little the spinning what do you call it, pathway was kind of cool. But the it's yeah, like here, like I've never had this kind of problem moving something in Going Balls, but moving these stupid barrels and Rollance was kind of annoying, and like it just slows you down. It's not, it did knock me. I was gonna say it didn't seem to add much danger to the game, but it definitely did. I wound up dying at least one time because of the barrels. Just sort of ran into them, and maybe because I've in Going Balls, you kind of just stops you more than knocks you off course. So, very enjoyable. Like I said, price I think isn't bad for either one. If you like one, go ahead and try the other, and tell us how you feel about it in the comments. How you like it. Like I said, I later on, the later stages of Going Balls, I think the graphics get better. You look at the graphics right now in the background. That's, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's garbage, but it doesn't look real. It's just some. It could have been made 10 years ago, 15 years ago. The background graphics. I mean the lava and stuff like that. It doesn't really add to the. It doesn't really. It doesn't really add to the thing. It looks kind of nice, but it doesn't really change the gameplay, I guess, is what I'm trying to get to. It just is, if it changed the gameplay, I think the lava would add something to it. Just like, and Going Balls, the background is just the background, whatever, who cares? It could be anything. And it would be nice, the same goes for Rollance. It would be nice if, the background had a little bit of an effect on the gameplay, but it doesn't. So I was actually going to try to use the balls to, in the Rollance there to, see what would happen to the spikes if I threw it out there, if it would slow it down or whatever, but it didn't happen. So let's see. This is a nice soccer match here, and that's what we were talking about. It was one of the. This was pretty fun when I played the soccer match. I thought, you're playing against another human being, but I can't believe somebody else would be as bad as would be as bad as me, or actually worse than me. In this one, it's not. It's my friends playing. Pretty easily. It's pretty good, but I struggled in my match. It was a long match. I still won, which makes me think it was an AI. But it does say in there it's searching for an opponent, so I'm assuming that you are playing against the regular person. Like I said, I think one of the beauties of, or one of the differentiators of, that was terrible, was the speed of the game. Like here, to get air, what they don't have ramps. What they have this, wind blowing up to get you some air. I mean, it's okay. It's a choice, and an interesting one. But we're in bonus level 20, so it's like we're coming into an end. So, like I said, the setups for the game, I'm not gonna say one ripped off the other one. It's, like I said, very similar games. Especially like the level setups as far as the bonus levels and some of the obstacles are very similar. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy both of them. Tell me which ones you like better, and we're going to be doing some reviews of other similar games.